Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. In today's video, I'll be breaking down the latest Magic the Gathering Arena Standard Best of 1 Mythic Rank Deck Guide. It's Orzhov Convoke version 3. We'll break down the deck list in depth, discussing the strategies and synergies held within, demonstrating this within our Mythic Ranked gameplay footage against the best decks as well as the best players in the world. Wrapping up with our final thoughts, deck review, and channel news. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel to help support myself as a creator. You can also become a YouTube member to challenge me directly 1v1 every single Sunday. Why not join the community Discord if you have any other questions, thoughts, and or concerns? Thanks again. Let's kick back, relax, and take a look at the latest deck. Orzhov Tokens version 3 is a white and black mid-range deck that's actually fun to play. We have a 3.4 average mana value, 12 creatures to our 23 non-creatures, and a 25 mana base to help us out with that heavier curve. The deck revolves around the Hoarding Broodlord, an 8 mana 7/6 with Convoke and Flying. The Convoke will allow us to tap untapped creatures to reduce the mana by either generic or that creature's color. When the Broodlord enters the battlefield, we get to search our library for any card. Tutor it out, pick anything you like. It's going to be exiled face down with Convoke as long as the Broodlord remains in play, as spells you have cast from exile will be able to be convoked. This is absolutely ridiculous because A, it's a 7/6 flyer getting good damage in. B, it literally lets you take anything from your deck. And then C, it allows you to cast it at a reduced cost, which is crazy cool. My favorite thing to take within the deck will be an Elesh Norn for 4 mana, 3 power 5 toughness with vigilance, and whenever a source and opponent controls will deal damage to you or a permanent you control, they will lose 2 life unless they pay 1. This is unexpected in most matchups and very worthwhile. Furthermore, we can pay 3 to sacrifice 3 other creatures, exiling Elesh Norn, then returning it into the battlefield transformed as the Argent Etchings. We'll incubate 2 5 times and then transform all of our incubate tokens we control. More on this later. Next up, creatures you control get +1/+1, gain double strike until the end of turn. That will win you the game. Finally, destroy all other permanents except for artifacts, lands, Phyrexians, exile the etchings, return it into play as Elesh Norn, and start the process again. Oh my lord. One of the things that works quite well with this, and also with the Broodlord, is a one-of. Because we're tutoring within the deck, we have a lot of one-ofs to take. While we're on the incubation, let's talk about the Progenitor Exarch for double X plus 1 white source as a 1/2. And when it enters the battlefield, incubate 3 X times. Then we can tap it to transform an incubation token that we control. The Elesh Norn, when she transforms, will transform all of our incubation tokens at once. So we don't have to, worry about paying or tapping. Furthermore, if we grab the Exarch with the Broodlord, we can do a massive Convoke on X and just make a ton of these incubation tokens, which is really, really a lot of fun. Other single cards that we can pull within the deck from the Broodlord will be the White Sun's Twilight for 2 mana plus X, again allowing us a massive Convoke into X. You gain X life, create X 1/1 colorless Phyrexian Might artifact creature tokens with Toxic 1, and this creature cannot block, your regular Might. And if X is 5 or more, destroy all other creatures, which is a ton of fun. We have a Rite of Oblivion for 2 mana sorcery speed. As an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice a non-land permanent. Very easy for us to sacrifice a token later on if we need. It also allows us to potentially sack the Screvel Hive if we're losing too much life. It has flashback, so we can recast it from the grave. This is phenomenal. We have a copy of Sunfall for 5 mana, sorcery speed, exiling all creatures, incubate X, where X is the number of creatures exiled this way. Again, this is very good within the deck's synergies, allowing us to control the field state while allowing us to accumulate creature base within the incubate. Oakley dokily, so back to the main strategy of the deck will be to accumulate bodies in the board to convoke some of these things, right? So the Resolute Reinforcements for 2 is a 1/1 with flash. When it enters, create a 1/1 token as well. So 2 bodies for 2 mana at instant speed is nice, as it allows us to hold up some of our removal for the turn. We have 3 copies of Cut Down, total power and toughness 5 or less, 1 mana, instant speed, Fateful Absence, creature or planeswalker. The controller investigates for 2 at instant speed. 2 copies of Go for the Throat, also for 2 at instant speed, destroying target non-artifact creature. We already talked about the Rite of Oblivion and the field wipes. So there is some nice removal here to hold up with our Resolute Reinforcements. Of course, we do have the Hive as well for 2 as an enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, lose 1 life, create a Might, and then if our opponent has 3 or more poison counters, our Might will have lifelink. This is cool, but we can also gain lifelink through another core card, Invasion of Tolvada, for 5. When it enters the battlefield, return non-battle permanent from your graveyard to the battlefield. We can transform it into the Broken Sky, an enchantment where creature tokens you control have +1/+0 and have lifelink, so we don't necessarily need that corrupted to gain the lifelink. And at the beginning of your end step, create a 1/1 white and black spirit creature token with flying. This black and white token is very good for the Convoke, as it now will satisfy both colors of our mana. The Wedding Announcements for 3 mana as an enchantment when it's at the beginning of your end step. If you attacked with 2 creatures this turn, draw a card, put a invitation counter on it. If not, create a 1/1, put the invitation counter, 3 counters, flip it to the Festivities. Creatures you control get +1/+1. This is great. The Restoration of Inganjo. Searching for a plains when it enters, putting it into our hand, then discarding a card, bringing a card back from the graveyard with mana value 2 or less, which is really cool. Sometimes we just toss a land, bring a land back to ramp. And then finally, exile and transform into the Architect, a 3/4 with Vigilance, and whenever it attacks or blocks, create a 1/1. Right, so more token generation here. We absolutely love it. Edgar, Charmed Groom for 4 as a 4/4. Other vampires you control get +1/+1. When it dies, transform it into the Coffin. We have the legendary rule, so we can self-transform if it's not dying in combat. At the beginning of your upkeep, as Edgar Markov's Coffin, create a 1/1 black and white vampire. Great for the Convoke here again, satisfying both colors. With lifelink, and put a bloodline counter on the Coffin. Then if we have 3 counters, transform it back into Edgar, and these legendaries will just flip each other because of the legendary rule. It's beautiful. We've talked about Elesh Norn, we've talked about the Broodlord Invasion, we've talked about that's the entire deck. We do have a Murex to help create more tokens. We have the Sanctum, the Caves for the mana consistency. We like to get the 3 black sources out because we have a ton of white tokens, not a lot of black tokens, very few. And then, of course, you know, the Plains, the Swamps, the Mire, and the Empire to get us there. I hope you guys enjoyed today's deck tech and intro. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. This is a massive help. Take 1 moment out of your day. Come on, hit that like button. That's fine. That's enough. I forgive you. No, I appreciate you. Enjoy today's gameplay. We're going to do our best to overcome the oppressive meta, and we'll meet back here to discuss everything. Cheers. Relax. Let's go. All right, a really nice looking hand. Now, I guess we just pray that it's not mono red on the play. Okay. Hello. We have ourselves a control player, ladies and gentlemen. No mastermind for you. Hopefully they tap out here. Yes. And no shark for you. We can't leave that. It's, you know, something that generates consistent value. So if we've got a chance to deal with it, absolutely just take the time. Restoration into a counterspell, obviously. No? Wow, this is actually clutch because I really, really need this land. Looking for a couple more black sources too, right? We do need 2 more. Another mastermind in play. Shouldered follows up. The Rizier. Well, best play behind the mastermind, right? Hit for 2 to 16. We still have removal up that we can hold on to. Let's make a token. This is our last removal spell. They tap out. Let's take it. Two fairies and a shark dealt with. Duressing an announcement. It's a good grab. We can double cast if the restoration goes first. Thank you. One planes, please. Two more left in our deck. Stacking up some good value here, finally. Still looking on a double. Like, I don't know why these are all white sources. That's ridiculous. The black land is predominant for us within the build. We do get a token. We lose our architect. We have another one coming up. Our opponent's on 4 lands. 3 cards in hand. I have 6 lands, 2 cards in hand. We have a bit of a field advantage. Here is Liliana, forcing what I believe just to be a discard.
No more distraction.
There's no way she minuses, right? Yeah, okay.
I'm tired of your secrets.
They discard as well, which is good news. It's a cut down. Decline. Land out. Hit for 1.
Now you've got my attention.
Oh, we're going to have to toss our second Broodlord here. I don't really care for that. But we have the tokens to help save the Architect from Lily's Minus. They're discarding 2, so it's like... And that is a land for them. I think... Don't they want the 5th land? Maybe it's just another Lily. I don't want the draw. I'd rather the token. Ooh, hello. So kill the Architect, block the token. Good for you. That's a clutch play. That's so clutch, it's not even funny. However, speaking of clutch plays, I think I found one. 1, 2, 3. Right? 3, 6, 7. It's not great, but it's, you know, not the worst. Right? Especially with a wedding announcement. They're going to lose Summoning Sickness, and hopefully we can just get after it. Late game, that Exarch is actually pretty cool. And we have one of it in the deck because we tutor it out sometimes, while simultaneously giving it Convoke to reduce the casting cost of X, which is quite nice. Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate, but Lily gets a nice sacrifice there. Kaido in play. I'm fine with it. 1/1 can block, but cannot be blocked. Ooh, and that's good too. Let's get Edgar out. And we'll double incubate here. Actually, triple incubate. What am I thinking? Yeah. So we send a 4 and a 2 to Lily, and 2 4s back home.
Delay, nothing more.
Now they wipe our field. They get I can't block, so you can get that extra draw in. Yep. Down to 14 here. Draw, and they get to keep it because they've attacked.
There's no secret I can't uncover.
Underdog out. Just as a blocker at this point. We go all in. 6 attacks. They have 2 blocks. So they block the 4 and the 5. We still hit for 8, 10, 12 damage. Good game. Well, they could have removal. It's a check, if you will. I'm not sure about mate yet. Great game, Dofi. All right, our opponent goes first. Our land total is nice. We have some single target, a nice field wipe here. Playing against the enchantment deck. We love it. You love this. We love this. Hit for 1 like a Chad. Keep pulling land, which is a little awkward, but nice. I'll just wait for Sunfall. I'm not going to give them a draw. Question is, do we Sunfall our own Elesh Norn? Probably. We take 4. Double poison counter. Okay. I will interrupt that, though. Make them pay for the draw, at least. Pull the Might tap, and then we can kill the Contaminator. Right? You'd play a little head game here or there. That, you know, you should protect it. Which is no draw, right? There's still lands. And now this is tapped. This is supposed to be a better removal than that, but it's fine. So let's keep Ellie on the side. Pass over. Now I'm the Sunfall player, right? Yeah. Well, that's how you win. I think I only have 1 in deck, though, too, right? So, you know. That gives me some advantage, right? Taking 7 damage to 8 no blocks. Just so they don't get the draw, right? Actually, I think they would get the draw anyways. Because the enchantment itself is still going to go to the grave, even though the creature's exiled. Alright, they've got 2 cards left in their hand. The Great Sunfall speaks once more. You do get the draw, though, still, right? Yeah. And we're down to 8, but we've got this 6/6 incubate token. Another Murex is a go. Land out with Ellie, Ellie, Ellie A. I'm going to pass turn and cut down this Might, most likely. Because it can make something unblockable. Well, not from colorless, actually. So maybe we could just use colorless to defend for now. Does this give it Death Touch? No. But we do need to gain some advantage before we just blindly attack. Ellie has vigilance. She can attack. The Hive, that's pretty cool. It's going to apply consistent damage output. Also represents life gain for them. Yep. They could have removal? I don't know. Soul Partition? Not enough that I see. Okay. Look at you go. Let's take our hit. I guess just kill the Might here. And then Broodlord next turn. Because without that colorless token, that Might actually is problematic. I kind of want to beat them with poison counters. This will be good too, though. That's a Chad play. None of the Mites can defend. Let's get in for an additional 3 here. And then this is going to be a massive Convoke. Maybe lesser of a Convoke. We should Convoke and Ellie on the same turn. Let's try to do that. Hmm. 3 or less, so they do take a token, which is fairly good, actually. It's interfering with my Convoke abilities. So that's 9, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can't tell me what to do. So janked out. We're playing defensively. Make another 1/1. Wedding flips. These 3/3s are going to be 4/4s. We're up to 6 poison counters, so we do need to be aware of that. Oh shit, do they have lethal? I think I've lost the game. I didn't realize 6 poison counters until just now. With 3 blockers at least. That might save us. So 2 poison gets through. Does this add a toxic? No. Okay. So we're good. Just 2 attacks get through. Thanks for the follow. I might just actually need to swing for lethal. I was trying to do the super mites with the double strike, but the poison has our backs against the wall so much so that I think, you know, we kind of just have to go for it. May as well kill the Exarch as well. This is going to tax them out. Alternative, we could have taken the White Sun and just wiped all the mites. I kind of wanted to make incubation tokens, though. You know, there's just so many different ways to take the deck, which is pretty cool. We have, like, super lethal at this point with the 5. Well, it's, I guess, 1 defender. Yes, 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 yes. I'm coming over. So they're going to block the 4/6, go up to 18. And we will just, I guess, finish it off. Without double strike, Sag. Incubation is still cool, though. Good game. Going first, nice land, and, well, a good starting hand. We got some removal, we got some engines. I'm gonna double block this initiate. It's very good. They only get to kill 1, as do we. They choose not to kill the token, that's a misplay. If we had the restoration, right? Wedding is active, that's very good. No attack, we're defending. Alright. Another wedding would be nice. Well, I think they should have attacked. I'll play the Hive as well. Another blocker. Next turn we go to 2/2s. The Knight is problematic. Adeline is problematic. Coppercoat Vanguards, not so much. The Intrepid Adversary more so. Taking 1 damage, making a might, can't block. Let's take out the Vanguard. It's a phenomenal play. No attacks and turn. Fifth land brings back our reinforcements. Initiate's fine. It's just the Knight that's problematic. Let's get after it. Let's kill an officer. It's going to draw. An initiate. That's all right. 6, 8, 10 damage without blocks. Good game. That's not an easy matchup either. Going first with turn 2, 3 token generation, double swamp into Broodlord. What? How could we get shut down here? King of Spade. How are you gonna do me dirty, bro? Resolute will pull counter magic to allow wedding announcements. Oh, they're playing slow. Hitting for 1, I value token generation as we've pulled our 3rd black source. Ayo, revert! Ah, now it makes sense why they didn't attack with the 2nd. So 4, 5, 6, 7. We are 1 shy. Please don't wipe the field, opponent. I want to sack that Celestis, or force the sacrifice of it, or whatever. Or I guess it's an exile. But I can't guarantee we top deck a land, right? And because we didn't, they will probably dunk on us with a field wipe here. And I will also top deck a land. Here it is. No land. There has to be counter magic then. I'll take a draw. I don't want to tap everything into counter magic either, right? It's not like they're tapped out and we can just YOLO into it. Base hits, not strikes, baby. Base hits, not strikes. If you get a nice base hit, you know, try to get a couple extra bases. Maybe make it home, who knows? Only bunts. Only bunts, HGG. I love playing against control players. I feel like they're always sipping on their tea. And they're like, okay, now I can look at my hand and dunk on you. Oh, that's lovely. No second white source is kind of brutal. Well, I guess we can do this then, since nothing matters anyways. Bro. Yeah, hit us down tempo. Hold up counter magic and win. I mean, I don't even think that's worth it, but you do you. You're going to tap out for that. You're going to tap out to main phase of instant speed spell. You're a legend, Larry! X equals 3. And then Sunfall. They probably have single target. Let's pull it out. We don't have little naps while they look at my card. Oh, okay, I'll play land. No, that's just why they're better at this than me. They're not even going to minus on me? Interesting. Now, this is a strange bank. Double white, that sucks. Could be the right play. Right. Especially if they have life gain in hand. It is bold. I'm gonna take it. I think they've gotten... I don't know. I think I'm just gonna take it. I feel like this 1/1 could come in very handy for me. Interesting. Waiting for 4 down to 4. If only we had our 6th land, that'd be better. Interesting. Alright, that life gain's ultra annoying. Life gain, like I said, if they have that, they're not as concerned. I guess we have an emergency button as well. Gain 3 life, not as great, but... in this situation, it could be exactly what we need. Oh, more life gain? Oh no, because I'm lower, but blockers. 6 with the draw. Could also grab Ellie back. Let's attempt to take Vraska.
You have accomplished nothing.
We just need 1 more land. And I don't see lethal. Ooh, maybe I do. Maybe I do. All they have to do is bounce or remove our 2/2 here. Good game. Really close match, right? We're right there. Okay, maybe not so close. That's pretty heavy. Let's grab a counterspell.
You cannot win.
That's game for them. Well, maybe they didn't grab a counterspell. I don't know. Maybe they're greedy. But they've got blue. It's really easy for them to grab a counterspell.
Remember your training.
Heal.
Alright, down to 1 life. No land. Dang it! We'll have to do this then. I can't believe they didn't take a counterspell. Well, that does it. That's as good as a counterspell, I suppose. Maybe even better. Great game. Going first. Almost looking for better land. Mulligan. Here it is. Tossing a plains. Yeah. Well, I might regret this. Watch us not have enough black mana for the dragon. Hello, good game. And good luck. We do find the 4th land, thank you. Just so we don't get tempoed out by a trample attack. I'm actually going to go Restoration. Gets us closer to double spelling sooner. Third land's in play. Visitor into Naturalist. Of course. What else would it be? Into another Kami, okay. Yeah, we're going to discard the land. Grab it back. Play land, and hopefully there's no ossification for them. I kind of think there is, but... Well, there always is. Let's be honest. They're so excited to cast it too. They're like, wait a minute, that's not Mother of Machines. I can ossify that. Because you can't take Mother of Machines, it blocks out the ETBs. But you can take Baby Ellie. It's kind of sad, but... It's the world we live in. If not, we get pretty lucky. Cover your eyes, everyone. You know? Okay. If they had it, they would have played it first, so Machiko got pushed up even further. So I feel like this is their only spell for the turn. Unless it's like a protection or something in hand, right? It's a big hit. Or it's another Machiko. Holy Toledos. That is going to do the same thing next turn. Wow. That's crazy. I guess we'll just try to survive. Double Machiko. Oh my god. What? Cast more enchantments, bro. Now they double ossify? Could you imagine? Oh, the horror. I kind of almost want to see it. That is unreal. Wow. Triple Machiko. Are you having fun yet? A 14-14. Is that a Galta? Bro. Bro. What's going on? Right, they can only pay it twice, so they do lose 2 life. And we can't survive, I don't think. Okay, it's hitting for 10 minimum. We're only blocking. Six, 7, 8, 9. Which is that 1 damage through that they need. Plus extras. Wow. That's pretty wild, OP. Triple Machiko in the top 5. With a visitor, double Kami. Throw a Calyx in on top. I love this deck. You guys love this deck? Where's a single removal spell instant speed? Like, where is my go for the throat? You know, we have answers. They're just not in our hand currently. Unfortunately, this is going to kill us before the Elish Norn triggers for the win. Good game. Fairly close match, though. Fairly close match. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. Of course, make sure to like, comment, subscribe as well. It really does help on the YouTube side of things. -3, and, you know, we would have lethal on the rebuttal if only we had some life gain. Orzhov Tokens version 3. Well, it's doing its best. The meta is currently very aggressive. You know, you get the mono red deck, the mono white deck, which are crazy fast. And then you get the Azorius control, the Esper control, which are crazy slow, right? So these are the 2 extremes that we're looking to overcome. It is possible sometimes, but at the end of the day, you know what? I just thrive making new decks that can sometimes compete. You know, obviously this isn't the world's best deck. Trust me, I'll let you know when I figure it out. But it's fun. It keeps me engaged day to day. I can finish some quests. I'm not forced to, you know, play a control deck in order to play Orzhov. I guess you could do an aggro deck too, but, you know, I want to make a mid-range deck, you know? So that's what we did. And I think it's pretty cool. Maybe, you know, how I can change the deck and add it is I really like the X casting costs. So, you know, we've seen a lot of mono red in today's video. March of the Wretched Sorrow. We can, you know, remove stuff. We can grab some life gain. It's easy to sub that out for some of our other removal. So things like this, I would love to know, of course, your thoughts and opinions. Hit me up in the comments. I'm always looking to improve the decks as we move forward. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. If you do, I'll quit bugging once you do, right? And you can also become a YouTube member. It's like $2 or something, and then you can challenge me one-on-one every single Sunday on our YouTube Live, which is a lot of fun. As well as you know, join the community Discord regardless. That's free. And if you have any questions or suggestions, we out here, homie. And just thank you so much, right? So have a magical day, and I'll see you soon in the next.